Hello everyone. In management account, today we will discuss about unit number 4, budget and budgetary control. Unit number 4, chapter number 1, budget and budgetary control. In this unit, there are 4 chapters: budget and budgetary control, types of budget. Then we will see the sum of cash budget and flexible budget. So let's start with the definition of budget. A budget is a comprehensive overall plan in which management, on the basis of estimated sales volume and receipts, establishes cost and expenses allowances for future preparation. In this way, effectively integrating and directing activities towards carefully determined goal. That means if we decide one goal, then we discuss, we plan, we estimate our sales volume as well as receipt or expenses, everything we calculate, and then uh, we are integrating this all preparation that is related with future. Means on the base, simply we can say that on the basis of past, we have to understand that on the basis of past, on the basis of past, because we have to have the base on which we can relay. So on the basis of past, we make plan, on the basis of past we make plan, and this plan is for future. Okay, so for future we are making any plan which is related or based on past, that is called simply a budget. Clear? Now let's understand the characteristics of budget. Budget are usually comprehensive plan. Budget is a comprehensive plan. It is comprehensive because we can't say that okay, this is our if you have heard about the national budget or the regional budget, then it is not just announced that okay, 3500 crores budget. There are so many bifurcation. Okay, this much amount is for education, this much amount is for agriculture, this much amount is for medical, this much amount is for research and development. So it is detailed plan. We can say that it is detailed plan, and it should be detailed plan. Then it is integrated plan. Here we can't let any one matter to go in the other direction and second matter or other matter is another direction. We have to keep all the matters, all the expenses or all the resources in the one direction only, and that direction is towards our goal of the company. So it should be integrated plan. Actually this budget is integrated plan only. Budget integrates each and every activities. So we can say that this is a very important characteristics of the budget, that this is an integrated plan. This is expressed in financial form. We cannot write an essay on budget. Understood? We have to make it very clear and very precise to the numbers. So it is usually expressed in financial form, like it is expressed in you can say in numbers, okay, in amount. Then it covers a definite period of time in future. See, it is very important that for how much time we are making the budget, we are making the budget for 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, half year, 1 year, or we are making the budget for 5 years, 10 years, or 15 years. This period, this time should be definite. So it covers a definite time period in future. Fifth characteristic is for resources of an enterprise as well as for operation. Budget is made for the resources of enterprise also, and as well as operation. Operation means activities, the work, whatever the work is related with the plan, that is operational work. Resources are important, but to utilize it in a proper manner, that is also important. So budget is actually made for the resources also and for the operation also. It is continuous process. We can't stop after making budget. We have to keep going making the budget, keep going editing the budget. It is not necessary that we make only one budget in a year. We can make a monthly budget also, quarterly budget also. We can compare make the budget, and then when the purpose of that particular budget is over, then we can make the another budget as well. So it is continuous process. We can't stop after making one budget, one particular budget. Then characteristics is instrument of control. It is instrument of control. We can treat a budget as an instrument of control, because by making the budget, then second step after making the budget is to compare the result, that we have made the budget, actually the expenses are made same like budget or not. So we can say that, and by that way we can control our activities. So we can say that this is one kind of instrument of control. Okay. Now, another term of this chapter is budgetary control. So when budget is made, then the next step is of budgetary control. Budgetary control is the use of budgets and budgetary reports throughout the period to coordinate, evaluate, and control day-to-day operation in accordance with the goals specified by the budget, are compared with the targets, and are kept under constant control. The actual results are evaluated in such a manner that corrective measures may be taken where and when required. The most important word in budgetary control is evaluation. Because mainly the budgetary control means evaluation of budgets and budgetary reports. Why we want to do that? Because of our day-to-day transactions, we are comparing the budget and budgetary reports. Then we make very clear that our goals are followed or not. And by this way, we can keep constant control. Mainly, basically, if we say that what is budgetary control, then the budgetary control is the evaluation method. Is the evaluation method in which we are using the budget or budgetary reports to compare with the day-to-day activities which we are doing. So this is called budgetary control. Now we'll see the objectives of budgetary control. There are 5 objectives of budgetary control. First objective is defining basic goals. Budgetary controls helps an organization to define the basic goals. Basic goals, because without knowing the destination, we cannot travel. If we are in the bus stand and we don't know where we want to go, then we cannot catch any bus. So same, it same follows in business also. We have to decide the basic goal, and then we can move ahead. So first step is defining the basic goal. Then communication of the communicating the goal. Communicating the goals means what? Just to make the goal is not sufficient. If our employees, if our staff of our organization will not aware about our goal, they cannot help us to grow and to achieve our goal. So it is necessary step that we have to communicate our goal to our employees. Then third is making plan of action. Once we make the goal, we communicate about the goal, then we have this, then it is the time to work out. Then we plan that how we will work. So we are making a plan of action. The fourth one objective is coordination of activities. Whatever the activity is done, it should be in the single direction. It should not be in the various direction, because the goal of the company is same. It is fixed, and every employee should be work on that direction only, which can fulfill the goal of the company. So the coordination of activity is also essential. Then last one is provide instrument of. Then once we make the coordination of activities, then we are just seeing that, we are supervising that whatever we have done, we have planned, we have expect that activities have been done or not. Okay. So these were the objectives of the budgetary control. Now we'll see the advantages of budgetary control. Our first advantage is planning. Budgetary control help us to plan. How to plan, what to plan, what we want to achieve, and how to get it. So budgetary control can help us to plan, and planning is very essential for any success. Then coordination. See, planning cannot survive, or planning cannot be successful unless and until there is a coordination in the work. So the coordination is also very important. Then our third advantage is control. When our planning is proper, when our coordination is proper, then we have to use the advantages of control also. We can take the advantage of control, because if we will not control, we will not see, we will not supervise, then we don't know that we are whatever we are planning, that is happening or not. So the benefit is control. Then decentralization. Decentralization is very and right now, nowadays we can see that many companies are using this decentralization to make their goal very achievable. Because decentralization means what? To give the different responsibility to the different department, and uh, the responsibility of the entire work, entire thing of the single department. Like, there is no one man army. There is no one man army. That every each for each activity there is a department, and each department has a particular responsibilities to fulfill, and this is their responsibilities only, so they cannot rely on anyone. So this is the basic benefit of the decentralization, is that every work is allotted to the different employee, and it is fully their responsible person. They are responsible for their work, their department. So this is the benefit of decentralization which we can get by budgetary control. Efficiency. when we are planning something, we are continuously checking out, we are continuously doing supervision, then the employee must do their work with the efficiency. So the efficiency, if the efficiency will increase, our profit will automatically increase. So this benefit also can be availed by us with the help of budgetary cooperation. Cooperation is also essential because I told you earlier that our employee should be moved in the single direction, and for that, if our employees are not cooperative, they will not go in the single direction. So cooperation is also a very important benefit of the budgetary control. Sorry, the title is in Gujarati. Seven, efficient communication. Efficient communication is what? In budgetary control, we can get the communication very efficient because if there is a communication gap, it will impact on our work also. Because if higher authority passes any messages and the concerned employees does not get proper message, then also they cannot work properly. And if even the downward employees want to give the message, the important information to the upward or to the top management, and if there is no communication, there is no effective communication, then they have to suffer a lot. So in budgetary control, it is a very nice way that there is an efficient communication. So everybody can communicate and rightly communicate with each other. Then efficient use of resources. When we are controlling anything, we are supervising every activities, then we can utilize our resources at maximum level. Because sometimes what happens, we are forgetting what we have and we are trying to look for the next one, or we want to what we want to do. But it's not necessary. We have to use our resources also very efficiently because it is very effective thing when we are using our own resources very effectively. Sometimes you wonder that you don't really need the more equipments or more resources. You can easily, I can say that you cannot easily survive, but you can easily success. You can get the success or achieve the goal by efficient use of resources. Then high moral and productivity. When budgetary control happens, then employees are aware about their employees are aware about uh, their work. They are what they are doing, and they know that every the management is watching us. Then they will try to improve their quality. And even but when they are constantly communicated by the management, they can know they can get a high moral that they really want to do something for their company. So with high moral, even their productivity will be increased very high. Then the 10th advantage is management by exception. Management by exception is what? That some orders are given by the management, and then management will not look it into it each and every for small matters. So every work will be just followed by the instruction only, and then top management should not focus on the each and every employees for each and every small work also. So they can be relaxed and they can only take decisions for the uh, main decision or very important decision. The 11th benefit is easy availability of bank loan. when any company is using budget and budgetary control, then bank is aware that this work is should be done very smoothly, so they can offer you a very good interest rate and they can easily give you a bank. And the last one is fosters calculating attitude. When we are making budget, we will not just wasting our money, our time, or our resources. We will always utilize our resources or our money with the foster's mindset. So it is very necessary or very important thing that we should not we should adopt the Foster's calculating attitude. It is very important for the business life also and for the personal life also. So these are the benefits of budgetary control. Now we'll see the limitation of budgetary control. First limitation of budgetary control is success depend on estimation. It the budget and budgetary control is fully dependent on the estimation, so we cannot be sure for the success. So it is also one important limitation of budgetary control. Then rigidity, we become very rigid that we have to utilize this much amount only for this. We are not open, if we are not open minded, we cannot adopt new things and we cannot develop. So rigidity is very important limitation of budgetary control. Then collective efforts, it requires collective efforts. It is not the single man's work, right? If there is no corporation or cooperation, or there is a lack of cooperation, then also will not get succeed. We will not get success in our to achieve our goal. Then budget is only a tool. Budget is not the system, it is only a tool. So we cannot rely on that totally, and that is expensive also, because budget, for making budget, it should be a very good mindset, very experienced. Then we need more people for that. Then we want more supervisors to supervise it, so it is very expensive also. Success in the long run only, it requires a very long time to be succeed. So to get success in short term, it will not help us. So success in the long term only. Then seventh is disappointment caused by high targets. Someone says that you should keep your target very high, but sometimes very employees become very disappointed by the very high targets. Okay. Defective evaluation. If the evaluation is defective, then we cannot get success, because it is totally based on the proper evaluation that I have already mentioned in the definition only, that this is the basic evaluation method only. So if the evaluation process is defective, the whole objective of budgetary controls will be failed. Okay, so these are the limitations of budgetary control. Though this much limitations are there, budgetary control is very useful in our management. Now we'll see the budget period. There are two type of budget period: long term budget and monthly budget. Okay, so I hope you have cleared the idea about the budget and budgetary control. In next video, in next lecture, we will meet with the types of budget. Till that, please revise it, and if you don't understand anything, let me know. Thank you.